we had the same routine that my grandmother would come over every Christmas Eve, and she'd help my mum get ready for the Christmas meal, and then she'd spend the night. And then when my brother and sister and I would wake up, and we'd start, my brother and I, my sister was always well behaved, but my brother and I were not. We'd start at 4 o'clock in the morning. Mom, can we get up? And she'd like, no, go back to bed. We'd try 5. Usually by 7, we were allowed to get up on Christmas morning. And we would come downstairs, and my mom would go down first to see if Santa Claus had been, and then she would say, okay, you can come down. Well, the only thing I wanted that Christmas was this beautiful baby doll. Our little fishing town in Scotland, the west coast of Scotland, just a little town, had one toy store, and my nose was glued to the toy store window because it had the Robbie the robot, which my brother wanted, but it had this beautiful baby doll, and that's all I wanted for Christmas. And so we run downstairs, and my brother's gifts were always on the table. My sisters were on the chair to the left of the fire and mine to the right of the fire. And so I almost didn't even dare looking at mine first. Yeah. I looked at Frances, and she had books which would keep her busy and antisocial for weeks. My brother had his robot, and so I finally looked at my chair, and she wasn't there. Oh. And my mom said, Sheila, you're not opening any of your presents. And I was like, oh, sorry. And so I opened up some puzzles and a couple of things. And she said, are you not going to look at your main gift? And I was like, what main gift? She said, Sheila, look at your feet. And there under my chair was the baby doll. And I just remember the absolute joy. But I thought, how many years do you and I go through where we miss the gift at our feet? It's like we think, well, this is what Christmas is about, or that's what Christmas is about. And I think of the number of people, even our own viewers, who find themselves lonely, questioning things, wondering, God, where are you in the midst of all of this? And it's so easy, even as believers, to miss the gift that was laid right at our feet. Yes. That Christ promised peace. He promised that he is the hope. He didn't just say, I've got a way. He said, I am the way, the truth, I am life. So it's just one of those pulling stories from your life, but to remind them of this greater story that's always true.